The stock market tumbling again today, but not as bad as it was at the end of last week. Meanwhile, the White House is standing by new tariffs, and President Trump is threatening even higher tariffs against China. Many people are reconsidering their spending right now. Some are even rushing to stock up on some goods. Scripps News Group's Avajoy Burnett spoke to experts on how we should respond. She joins us live. Avajoy, how are consumers feeling?
Hey there, Allison. Good to be with you guys. Well, consumers are really worried now that these tariffs are a reality. And one of the main concerns that they have right now is a possibility of not being able to get the items that they need. A flashback to what we saw during the COVID-19 pandemic. But experts are telling people now is not the time to stockpile. Consumers on edge with new tariffs taking effect over the weekend, and more are coming.
I think it's going to make the price of everything go up, at least in the short run.
In a new survey, 57% of U.S. adults say they believe tariffs will hurt the average American.
Shoppers are still wrapping their heads around what categories are going to be impacted.
Stephanie Carls is a retail insights expert.
Consumers are way more cautious and they want to stretch their dollar.
Data showing Americans were already pulling back in some areas, even ahead of the latest tariffs announcement.
Luxury spending is starting to go down a little bit. We're seeing restaurant attendance is starting to go down. Those are the first signs of people starting to pinch the pennies.
Some, like billionaire businessman Mark Cuban, encouraging people to stock up on consumables before tariffs potentially bump up prices. But that might not be smart, according to supply chain expert Kimberly Reuter.
It creates a trickle effect because what it does is it artificially increases the price of the product, right? Because now it's in quote unquote high demand.
But in a survey taken before President Trump took office, 43% of consumers said they'd be more likely to stockpile goods ahead of future tariffs. Reuters says this time we can learn from past instances of stockpiling, like what we saw during the pandemic.
We created more of a crisis in COVID than really existed. What we learned is don't panic. Don't go out there and react to everything that's going on in the market.
Don't panic. Do not panic. That is what experts are saying. But they're also saying there could be an exception to this rule. If you had a big ticket item planned, for example, a car or even buying a washing machine, they're saying you may want to consider moving up that timeline to get that item if you're financially able to do so in order to stay one step ahead of these tariffs. And they're also telling people to take stock of what is actually in your pantries. Whatever is made abroad, that is where you could see those price increases first. Allison?
Avajoy, thank you. That's exactly what we heard also from financial experts we spoke with last week. Don't panic, stay calm, don't make any rash decisions. So you're hearing it multiple times to everyone at home. Avajoy, thank you.